everything is made of chemicals. And when some chemicals get together, they react. Now that's a chemical reaction.
Brought to you by chemical reactions. They're a blast.
Did you know that everything is made of chemicals?
No!
And chemicals can react to form new chemicals.
Of course!
The TV you're watching,
No!
the clothes you're wearing, and the food you eat are all chemicals. So is Senor Iguana. Now, sometimes chemicals react with each other to make new chemicals. That's what happens when you see metal rust, or you hear your stomach growl, or maybe you've just seen a candle burning. They're all chemical reactions. Now, chemical reactions happen when the electrons, which are in everything, hook together. Now, here's a chemical you may have heard of. It's called H2O. See how it glows orange? Yeah, that's fine. It's glowing pretty good. But over here, full of oxygen and another piece of steel wool. Now watch what happens now. Pretty cool. See how the energy is given off because the electrons That's a chemical reaction.
Hi, I'm Sinbad, and I'm made of chemicals.
Got a penny?
No!
Then do a chemical reaction. Put some pennies in a jar, add vinegar, and a tablespoon of salt. Shake the jar. What happens to the pennies? Try it.
No!
I said try it.
No!
Hey, try it.
No! No!
Car engines and motorcycle engines are controlled by chemical reactions. They combine gasoline with oxygen in the air in small, controlled explosions.
Countdowns on motorcycle! Countdowns on motorcycle! Candace the science gal.
Did you know that fire is a chemical reaction?
No.
Well, it is. Fire is what you get when chemicals and things like paper and wood react with the chemical oxygen in the air.
Of course.
Hey, Candace. Nice tie.
Thanks.
Come on in.
Hey, I was just explaining fire.
You mean like when chemicals mix with oxygen in the air usually give off heat?
Yeah. Wow, this is pretty cool. It's like a big swirling chemical reaction.
Yeah, we call it the tornado of fire.
Wow. Hey, you know what else is a really cool chemical reaction? A carbon dioxide fire extinguisher.
Cut!
No!
You can make a fire extinguisher, a real one. It's easy. Just take a large plastic container with a tight-fitting lid. Poke a hole in the lid. You might need an adult to help you.
Guess that's me.
Yeah, sure will. Yeah.
Heat a nail over a candle. When it's warm enough, gently poke the nail through the lid. There, nice clean hole.
Thanks. We're wearing safety goggles because we always do when we're messing with chemicals. First, you put in some baking.
When you mix vinegar and baking soda together, you get carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas pushes the water out, which makes the fire go out.
Thanks.
Cool. Very cool.
And now for a really big chemical reaction.
Kaboom!
Hi, please consider the following.
No!
But when they're chemically bonded together, the pull of their electrons is so strong that they form a whole new substance, a whole new chemical called salt. Salt! Salt! Another name for salt. Chloride. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Salt. Our blood is salt water. Our tears and sweat are salty, and so are potato chips. Thanks for joining me on Consider the following.
This experiment's a classic. It's a classic because it's cool.
You need a balloon and a soft drink bottle. The bottle can be plastic or glass. I like plastic better because you can do this.
Fill the bottle with about 200 milliliters of vinegar.
Tip the balloon straight up and shake the powder down into the liquid.
Look! Carbon dioxide gas is forming, and it's filling up the balloon.
Of course!
Welcome to this week's edition of Better Eating Through Kitchen Chemistry with your hostess, Vivian Cupcake.
Hello, I'm ever so glad you could join us today, because the kitchen is exactly like a chemical laboratory. It's filled with wonderful chemicals. The cabinets are made of chemicals, the countertops made of chemicals, all the appliances are made of wonderful chemicals. And I've got all the chemicals we need to make a delicious chocolate cake. First thing we need to do is add the sugar, some butter. Let's get the butter in here. An egg is a special substance filled with chemicals called protein. I'm going to add some flour and some water. Water's the most important chemical there is. Oh goodness, it's awfully white. We forgot to add the cocoa. That's the flavor chemical. Baking soda. When it reacts with the water that I just added and some heat, it'll make a chemical reaction and form little bubbles called carbon dioxide. Those carbon dioxide bubbles will rush up out of the cake and make the cake all cakey and delicious. I can't wait to see what happens. Mix it up, mix it up. Mixing and mixing and mixing some more.
A public service announcement from the chemical people.
Hello.
No!
Don't even think about trying this at home.
A chemical reaction happens when chemicals combine to form a new substance. This is a chemical reaction.
Mixing and mixing and mixing some more. Still mixing.
And now for another really big chemical reaction.
Have you ever heard of the Nobel Prize?
Of course!
The Nobel Prize is awarded to people who have done great works for humanity.
Of course!
There's Nobel Prizes in art and for peace and for science. See, Alfred Nobel was a Swedish chemist who invented dynamite. Now, dynamite makes it a lot easier to move a lot of dirt around. A lot easier than you can move it around with a shovel. Anyway, dynamite made Alfred Nobel rich, fabulously rich. He became so rich that he arranged that every year money will be given away to people who win a Nobel Prize.
Yes!
Now, everybody who wins a Nobel Prize gets about $1 million.
$1 billion?
$1 million.
$1 million! That's not bad. It's all from a chemical reaction. Dynamite. Dynamite was invented in Sweden.
Sweden is also known for smorgasbords, Vikings, and Vikings.
No!
Swedish.
Gets an injury. She may use one of these cold packs. Inside are 2 chemicals. When you break the plastic that separates them, the chemicals mix. The chemical reaction takes up more energy than it gives off. So the cold pack gets cold very fast. Woo! Ha! Now that's chemistry.
I think we're ready. I'm just going to take my batter, which is all liquidy now, and pour it into our cake pan. Ooh, this will be yummy. Now I'm going to take our cake and pop it in the oven for some heat. Set it in the oven for about 1 hour. It's done! Oh, what a lovely chemical reaction. It's perfect, just perfect. Isn't chemistry marvelous?
No!
Scientists have kept track of what fundamental chemicals, what elements behave in what ways, and we've listed them on something called the periodic table of the elements. There's only 92 naturally occurring elements. But if you think about it, you can think of a lot more than 92 things.
It's over 9,000!
They're all made of the elements listed on this table.
Our attorney has advised us. Please do not try this without adult supervision.
No! Chemicals in these torches are combining with chemicals in the air because of their electrons.
And now for yet another really big chemical reaction.
That's gotta hurt! It's gotta hurt! Hurt! Cut! 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 Well, that's our show. Chemical reactions can be pretty fun. Let's let her rip. Cut!
Produced in association with the National Science Foundation.
Cut! Chemical reactions are pretty fun. Let's let her rip. Cut! Shake it up. I'm okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. No problem. No problem. Where's my heart at? Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, let's go.